Oh, there's one more thing I forgot in the other videos. Guys, it's not about the strategy. It's about the edge. One more time, you need to understand that. So what is the best shoe? Let me bring that example. What is the best shoe? Is it Nike? Is it Converse? Is it like Puma, Adidas? What is it? Well, each of them has a different purpose. And in trading, again, there's no one way to unlock the riddle of all markets at all times. So it's not about the type of the strategy or the trading itself. It's about the edge in whatever strategy that you are using that works for you. It depends on a number of things. Like, works for you means that you are, it's within your time zone. It's within your time constraints. It's within your personality. All of these things are relevant for you to be able to put a strategy into action. But nonetheless, any strategy, doesn't matter. Cryptos, stocks, Forex, bonds, anything that can be traded, if it has a statistical edge, this is what's going to get you to a winning result. So the only thing that matters is not the trading strategy, is not the asset, is not the time frame, is not any of these things. It's a statistical edge. That will give you consistency. It will give you long-term growth. You will never wonder also, should I take a trade? Should I not take a trade? Should I close an open trade? Should I leave it run? So a statistical edge will give you that confidence in yourself, in your ability, and that you know what the hell you're doing. That kind of confidence that you have been looking for, but in the wrong place. It's in the data. It's in the statistical edge. And it's in developing that perspective and ability. And that's what's going to give you the rock solid confidence to put it into action like there's no tomorrow. And this is how you win. Simple. See, the thing is, social media is so full with educators or gurus that claim how amazing their strategy is. And it's so amazing that even if you are a busy mom or whatever, you're taking care of 15 children at the same time, when you get home, all you do is you sit down 5 minutes and you're gonna be, rich from trading. It's not how it works. Real traders do it differently. But let me actually roll back a little bit. A lot of traders, how they begin is they learn some sort of a short time frame type of strategy, day trading, scalping, something like that. And they don't even know if they're able to do it, if they have the time for it, if their personality is made for it. Also, don't forget, the more trades you make, the more you're feeding the brokerage's edge, which is the cost of your trades. The spreads, the commissions, the slippages, all of these things, you're feeding the edge of another entity that's winning over you. The more trades you make. You should be attentive and aware of that. So why should you trade many trades, especially if it's not a strategy that you understand, that doesn't have a real statistical edge, and that in fact doesn't even suit your time constraints nor personality. So this is how most people actually start, and they don't understand that what they need is a statistical edge and not a magic strategy. And the way I discovered was when I was working at the investment bank, and the only reason I started working there is because I lost all my money before in trading, trusting the wrong people. You heard my story. I wanted to understand, how do the winning folks actually do it? That was the epiphany for me. They do it with a statistical edge. When I learned that from a fund manager at the time, when I asked him, what are you guys doing? Are you using some indicators and some this or that? He literally laughed. He laughed. And he actually told me that saying, have you ever heard of the famous technical analysis department of Goldman Sachs? It's a joke. They literally laugh about the retail traders. And everything changed from that moment on. And professionals rely on data, on statistics. And this is how their edge works. Again, I explained in the other video that even a casino works this way. And that's why when you do your backtesting, what you do with backtesting is you take the 7 building blocks, which creates a strategy that has so many parameters interacting with each other, enough parameters to bring statistical reliability on your side. And then you go on the back of the chart and you look for exactly that objective rule set. Can I do it on 100 trades in the past? How would it have looked like? Is it possible? Does it make sense? And this is how you create then also data to understand, okay, even from a backtesting perspective, this approach makes sense. it has a chance of winning. It's winning on paper. And then you do, obviously, forward testing, which means you start to trade it live. Or you could even do it in a simulation. I actually encourage my students to do that too. That's the process before going to demo and then to live account, is you essentially train yourself to execute your strategy. It's always easier when you do backtesting, you see the right side of the chart, right? It's much easier to do it. So that's why there's another step in between. But when you do that, you have to develop the strategy that works for you, that has a statistical edge with the 7 building blocks. You do enough of backtesting to confirm the statistical edge also. And then, you do the forward testing, the live trading, to confirm that you are able to put it into action and that the results that you're seeing in reality actually align with the backtesting that you had before. That you bring congruence to all of these things. You harmonize them and you make sure that live trading and backtests actually are pretty much identical. They will never be completely identical, but they need to be to a high degree identical. That's how it works. And when you do that, again, then you stop scramble for whatever you're looking for to give you hope that you're doing it right. You go from lack of clarity to real clarity of what you want to be doing, and then knowing if that when you do that, you get a certain result. So you understand, you literally, you understand what an edge is finally. I mean, I could say it to you a million times, but you will only understand it once you do it. It's literally, again, I like to bring simple examples. When you try to ride a bike, you can read a million books about how it is to ride a bicycle, put your feet on the pedal, to hold yourself, to balance things out, and all of these things. You can read a million books about it, but you will never understand what it's really like until you really do it. And you gotta fall on your nose a few times before you actually are able to do it. That's why you need to go through that process so that you go from hoping and wishing and trying to knowing and understanding. And even if you have a strategy with an edge, but it doesn't work for you, you will notice as you try to execute it that there is a problem here, that you're not able to do it the way you're supposed to do it. So that's why you then also need to make sure that the strategy works for you, based on your life, your personality, your schedule, all of these things. I explain all these things actually in my mentorship. So I help my students to build their own trading strategy and learn all these foundations first. And then I also help them to build these strategies one-on-one together with them. So they start to develop their strategies. I review their strategies. They share with me their back tests and their real results. And I give them feedback and direction. And do more of this, do more less of that. Now you don't need to be, afraid of what you're doing here. Go to the market next week. Obviously, don't bet the farm on it, as I like to say. And I really hold them by the hand through the whole process of developing a strategy. I give them also all types of examples and strategy templates, obviously the 7 building blocks and all of these things. And then I help them step by step to cultivate that ability to build a strategy that works for them, that has a statistical edge in place, and then also develop the skill set of doing it. And that's it. This is how you learn to be a profitable trader. Whatever magic grail thing you were looking for, if you find it, hit me up. I'm interested, but I'm willing to bet against that you will ever find it. This is the Holy Grail. You are the Holy Grail. You, your ability, and the statistical edge on your side. That's how it works. So if you have any questions about that process, use the comments. I'm very happy also to address any other questions and suggestions from your side. Maybe any topics that are on your mind that you would like me to talk about. That's actually why I'm doing this. I really want you people to understand all of this and engage with me with that. The conclusion here today is that it's not about what kind of strategy you trade. It's about an edge, statistical edge, and a strategy that works for you. This is how it works. So thank you very much for watching. And if you like what I'm doing here, can you share, subscribe, help me with the algorithm? I really want to grow this account so more people discover all this understanding about trading, because I really want to help people learn trading successfully. I know so many people follow the dream of trading, because everything about trading, that you are independent, you can do it from anywhere, you don't have a boss, you don't have, any physical products, any hassle, any of these things. All of that is true. My wish and hope is that I can bring this to as many people as possible to change the way they look at things, so the things they look at change and they can actually also become profitable in their trading. Thank you very much.